One. All right. Well, look, Brenton, man, you are absolutely crushing it. I'm so happy to be working with you, seeing all your improvements, seeing your journey, right? For everyone watching, Brenton's been working with us for a few months now, absolutely crushing it, right? So, Brenton, why don't you just let the people know what you do? And yeah, we'll start off with that.
Yeah, I appreciate you, AJ. And essentially, what I do is I run a high ticket offer for individuals in the ages of 18 all the way to 60 that want to create income shooting content from their phone. So, set up your phone on a tripod, brands send you products, you shoot content that maybe takes 30 minutes to an hour, and they pay anywhere from 50 to $2,000 per project. So, I've been doing that for 4 years and now coaching people for the last 6 months.
Yeah, because I remember when you and I met, right? Like you just said, you were doing it, right? I remember seeing your ads too as well. You on the products, right? So it's pretty cool,
Yeah,
right? You practice what you preach, like you're already in the soup, you're already doing it, right? Now I remember when you came to me, you're like, hey, I want to teach more other people, right? And I remember you wanted to go with the low ticket, which we'll get into that in a bit, right? So take us through like your situation, like before working with us in Client OS, like real numbers, real struggles, and like what wasn't working at that season of your business.
so I think I was trying to give everyone the option to work with me indefinitely,
Yeah,
which
I forgot about that.
I
Yeah.
get it. I want to have everyone making money, but I think at the end of the day, if you have a low ticket offer or you aren't charging the right dollar amount, everyone will take a lot of your time and not really, give you results as far as, hey, I need you to do this, this, and this before we meet next week, or this, and this after, this call, and then you'll be able to do it. I was charging $100 for 30 minutes of my time and trying to condense what I teach people now in 12 weeks into a 30-minute call and say, go have success. Well, obviously they're going to have questions.
Yeah.
They're going to reach out. Hey, what do I do here? I'm stuck on this. And so I just needed the framework, honestly, to know that I've had, I think, 10 clients in the last, okay, I would say, the six that we signed on last month, plus a few this month. The people that were working with me one on one for $100 were still coming back to me. And I did help them scale up to that, 2 to 3K every single month after like 90 days. But having the framework and my audit done through Client OS was kind of like, you need this framework to start so that you're very intentional about who you work with. Those that pay the money, you're going to give them the majority of your time. And then let the community be where actually people can go on there, ask questions, and get all the information. And I tell people you can figure this out on your own probably in 12 months. My trial and error that took me about 12 months to go do my first 10K month shooting content, I can get you there in 6 months or less. And some
Love it.
people are like, all right, like let's do it.
I love it, love it. Yeah, I remember when just for context for people that are watching, right? Brenton, I remember he was charging $100 a month. I remember one point when I seen his first offer, there was a $10 a month offer originally. I remember it was just I think when you and I chatted, and I remember we were on the phone. I was like, dude, you're like a pro. Why are you giving away for this cheap? And I remember when you and I were chatting. So
Yeah.
take us through the price point now. So you went from like $10 to $100, like around that ballpark in this offer. What's the price of your program currently?
So the price of the program currently is $4,000 for 12 weeks. And I had the Skool community set up for $10 just reoccurring every month, trying to get 10,000 people in there paying $10 a month. Great. Obviously saw that that was going to be way too much time and energy towards people that weren't really that invested, just there to fill out the community. And then prior to that, I was just doing $100 calls through a Calendly link. Hey, you want to learn about it? Here's my link, book some time and pay the $100 and let's go through it. Now I have a proven process that gets people in the community. They see all the wins from the other people making money shooting content. They're like, well, this is a no brainer. Then I jump on that call, give them the details and sell them on the 4,000. And I'm at a 48% close rate right now. So it's been pretty good.
Love it, love it. Yeah. So for the people at home, right? Yeah, you were charging that, right? You're now now we know what you're currently charging, which arguably now we can have a different conversation where you need to go higher, right? But we'll talk about that in a bit.
Yeah.
But for you, right? What did you currently like? What are you currently at month to date with all the income that you made with your new offer, with your new price point? How much did you have? How much have you brought in so far?
This month in April,
Let's go April and then we'll go total.
this month with this 3K that I signed on today at the discounted price, that would put us at 7,000.
7,000 and total with working with us, how much now?
That would be that 31, 32,000.
Man, 31, 32,000 in about, what was that, 60 days?
Yeah, 60 days.
Yeah,
We
six.
started, what, February?
Yeah, wow, amazing. Well, like that 31,000, most coaches don't even make that for the year. You made that in 2 months and you're getting more lead flow coming in. So it's absolutely awesome, right? So like for you, my next question is very simple. It's like, what did you actually start doing like differently once you got inside? Like what actions led to this like shift?
The actions that led to it were converting from a paid community to a free community.
Hmm.
And then having the three questions they, want to join my specific school that is private, email, cell phone number, and I essentially copied and pasted yours for coaching, but for content. If you want to learn
Yeah.
how content creators are going from $0 in paid jobs to consistent brand deals or UGC opportunities every week. If so, type yes. If not, like no worries at all. I'm never here to be pushy, but I know the process works, and then I follow up in 2 days. But I don't hear from them.
Love it, man. Love it. Absolutely love it. Right. So basically for the people at home, that little clarity, right? It's like his funnel was originally was like social media or word of mouth or organic to a low ticket offer on Skool, right? A community based, and then he would potentially get on a call with him. What we did with him is that we utilized just social media channels, outreach, referrals, etc., to a free community to get people to come in there, see some value, and then want to hop on a call with him. That's basically the funnel that we did. So walk me through the moment that you feel like it clicked, like when you realize, oh shoot, like this is working. Like what happened?
I would say when I signed my first client, and I knew like, hey, if you can trust me, I know this process works. I did $130,000 shooting content. I'm just asking you to trust in me for 90 days and let me get you to a very small fraction of that. And I think when I had I work in sales full time. So that offer of saying, hey, if you want to take not scarcity mindset or like urgency mindset, but kind of that same thing where you say, hey, I'm going to give you a discount of 25%. Like an extra grand off of a high ticket offer is a lot of money, but you have to do the full price. Well, a lot of people can't do that. And so when I said $1,000 a month for 4 months, that gives them the option to say, hey, if this guy can make me $1,000 in a month, I'd be willing to send him the next thousand. What can he help me do in the next month? And so I think when I changed my thinking from, hey, like you have a skill set that isn't I'm going to go help, dads lose 10 pounds in 60 days through my program. This isn't a skill set that helps someone improve their life, their quality of life. It's something that allows people to gain a skill set that they can go make as much money as they want, which I think, like you said, maybe I need to increase my price for that same reason. But my goal is to get 100 people that I've coached one-on-one at that, 3K to 4K price point and increase my prices at that point, because with the 20% affiliate offer, if I do a $5,000, 6,000, or $10,000 one-on-one coaching, and they refer a friend, great. That's 2,000 in their pocket, 8,000 in mine. It's still a high ticket offer, but it just makes people want to go back to the well and say, hey, this is how I'm making money. Yes, it's 10K. Finance that, Klarna, however you want, credit card, but you will make that back. I don't care how you pay for it. Do it. You will make it back. That's how
Love
I
it.
felt about working with you.
Amazing, man. I absolutely love that. I appreciate that. Yeah, you're crushing it, right? So like you've now, like we discussed earlier, like you've generated over $31,000, which is pretty insane, right? It's really, really insane. Like most coaches don't make that in a year. Most coaches haven't even made that in their whole entire coaching business, right? So like what do you like now that you're evolved in your business, but also in your like, mindset when it comes to your coaching offer, what do you think the real reason why coaches are not, are staying stuck? Like now with this newfound clarity and like where you're at right now, what do you feel are the outliers why, people are watching this, they're still stuck, they don't know what to do. What do you feel?
Um, I always go back to the saying, there's a million ways to make $1 million, but why make $1 million in 10 years if you can make it in one? And I think that's what client OS did for me, yourself, Nick, the team, the community, is you have a blueprint or a framework that takes ideas and condenses them down into something that works. It's like a conveyor belt. You start here, you put it on the conveyor belt, let it run down, and everyone's going to plug and play their processes. Looking at the whole client OS classroom section, like if you're getting stuck on sales, if you're getting stuck on whatever stage of the process you're in, that's what you guys provided for me. And I don't think I was stuck on, sales, generating leads,
Yeah.
getting people interested. It was just making it simple, cutting out the landing page, going straight to the Skool community, working with you guys directly. And
Yeah.
I think once I gained those two or three concepts, I watched maybe two or three of the courses in that community, and I'm like, I got this.
Yeah, you were up to the races. Yeah.
Like, and you were like, hey, just following up, you good? And I'm like, no, I'm just making money. Sorry, give me a second.
Yeah, the funny thing about it is that usually the clients that we work with, right, when they go quiet, when they go ghost, it's usually they're in momentum, right? That's what I always tell the coaches, right? So the less you talk to, I think it's like this with any coaching offer. The less you talk to your clients, usually they're in momentum that they already know what to do. And Brenton, the good thing with Brenton is that Brenton had a skill already, which was, of course, he what he taught, he was an expert in, but he also had the most important skill, in my opinion, which is the skill of sales, right? That skill will fix everyone's business problems, right? So you're already proven expert. You have you have a good brand. You've done it, right? Now when they get on sales calls with you, it's already like it's already like smooth like butter. So my final question is very simple. If someone is watching this and they're still not getting clients, right? What would you tell them, like straight up?
I would tell them two things. If they don't have a good framework like Client OS, get with the program. Like you're like, hey, I want to make money. And all right, I always say scared money doesn't make money. And I get it. At the end of the day, no one's just sitting on, millions of dollars to say, oh, let me go try this out. When you make that initial investment, if it doesn't hurt or it doesn't keep you up at night, then really you're not that invested. If you have to go pay $4,000 to be a part of my community, but it keeps you applying to these jobs, shooting the content, doing the daily and weekly tasks that I tell these creators to do, I'm right there with you. The ones that I don't hear from, they shoot me a text at the end of the month. Hey man, sorry, it's been busy. I did 500 my first month and just went and did 2,500 my second month. Great. You're $1,500 away from your investment. I would say the other thing, going back to what you had mentioned previously, is sales. Everyone needs to get a good understanding of sales. I think business is three things: a good product, good marketing, and a good sales team. If you can have those three things, you can run anything. If you're great at a good product and you have a good marketing background, but you're not a good, salesperson, you got to get better. You have to
Yeah.
improve. You have to get on sales calls, read sales books, whatever it takes, you have to do it. And there's always going to be friction. There's going to be a learning curve. I've been doing sales for 15 years. So I'm used to it. I don't ask people, hey, is that all right? Do you want to get started? Great. Which option do you want? The discounted offer, or do you want the monthly offer? I don't ask them. I'm just telling them, great, let's go ahead and lock this in. And I think that's just sales, and it's not pushy. It's just, the value you're going to bring to people. So you can come to them with that confidence and say, whatever your offer is, mental health coaching, reframing your mindset, high ticket offers for coaches, high ticket offers for, fitness, content coaches. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you have to have those basics when it comes to sales. And the fortune is in the follow up. I
I
mean,
love
you
that.
got their cell phone number right there. I mean, call them. I have a 15-minute commute home every day. You jump to my community. I haven't heard from you in 2 days. I'm calling 5 people on the way home. Hey, I want to formally introduce you to the Content to Cash community. See that you haven't booked a call. See that you haven't responded to my message. If you haven't, no worries. I'll shoot you a text right after this. Pull up to the stoplight. Here's a calendar, Calendly link to my calendar. Feel free to book some time. Let's go over the community. Now they're thinking they're just getting an overview of the community. They are. I'm going to provide that value and show them why I'm willing to work with them and how they're going to make that money back. But then I'm going to close them as to why they should start this today and not wait like they have with everything else in life. So, yeah, I would say sales and that other thing that I just mentioned that I can't remember now.
Yeah, sweet, man. Sweet. I love it. Love it. And one more bonus question, right? So for me, right, I have currently a lot of people are going to see this from my free school community that has over 3,000 coaches in there. My YouTube channel, right? People that are on the fence of working with us, right? People that have seen our content, people have seen our many client wins, taking coaches from 0 to 100K per month, for example. What would you say to the people that have been watching my content, been consuming it, been on the board? Like, should I work with AJ? Should I work with Client OS? Like, and what would you say to them to kind of just get them over the hudge? Like to be like, hey, you know what? I really should get this ball rolling with them.
I would say two things. Once again, scared money don't make money. If you want to make money, like you have to play the game, you have to invest into people, into processes, into systems that work. But at the end of the day, I get it. Priorities. Everyone wants to go to Coachella, see Justin Bieber. Everyone wants to go on that next vacation. Why don't you invest into yourself this year in 2026 with AJ, with Nick, with Client OS? Instead of taking that one trip, delay that gratification, that trip,
Mm.
that concert one time to be able to go change your life and do that every month if Justin Bieber was performing at Coachella.
I love it, man. Love it. Well, look, Brenton, you're crushing it, man. Our next update interview is gonna be when you hit. We'll put a timestamp 100K, which should be pretty soon. We still got a couple more months, so we're gonna hit 100K for sure.
Oh yeah.
I appreciate you, my guy, and let's just keep making it happen.
Okay. I appreciate you, Nick, the team, the community, and you guys are incredible. So I appreciate the time.
Thank you, brother. Peace out.
Have a great day.